Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, the coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. Now Jackson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. No gain. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Julian Edelman. Fielded at about the 28. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Prescott from the gun. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the Patriots' 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Edelman. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Prescott yet again. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Intended for Julian Edelman. Incomplete.
Now Morton Anderson for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
23-yard attempt.
The career leader in field goals made knocks that one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Jackson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's Jackson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Kevin Huber in.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
They run the quick dive with Armstead. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught by Cohen. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a fine first half from Dak Prescott. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Go.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it first and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from LaDainian Tomlinson. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
41.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
To number 80.
Give him 30 yards there.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. They'll start here with Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Jackson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That's caught by Jackson. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here's Kevin Huber now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Edelman set to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter.
21 yards.
Are you touched?
Charger.
He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A give to the fullback on the dive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd and goal from the 1. They go again with Allstott. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Allstott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Anderson on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll run here with Allstott. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
28-yard line.
This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
13-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EASports_MUT. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.